Neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
Hi.
Hi.
How'd the test go?
I don't know, I wasn't there.
Oh, what do you mean you weren't there?
I mean, I walked out. I couldn't hack it, I just couldn't.
Scott, this just isn't like you, letting a simple test get you down.
I knew I wouldn't be able to do it, even before I opened the paper. And then when I read the questions, my mind just went blank.
Well, what if you explain what happened? Would they let you sit it again?
Of course not. Anyway, I wouldn't go through that again.
Hi, Daphne.
Hi.
You haven't seen Scott, have you?
He's in there. I told you he'd come here.
What the hell happened to you?
Just drop it, okay?
Drop it! Do you realise you've blown the whole test by walking out like that? What do you think your dad's going to say when he hears about this?
I don't give a damn what he's saying. I don't give a damn what anyone says. Mine just went blank. I mean, it's all right for you guys. You can cope. I can't.
I'd better go. Jim's just walked in. It's Laura.
Give her my love.
He sends you his love. No, don't be bawdy. I'll see you next week. No, I promise I won't tell Nicky. Okay, bye, love.
How is she?
Well, you know Laura. If ever there was an Aussie battler, she's it. You know, I don't think I ever heard her complain even when she was a kid.
Well, we just have to make sure she has a good time when she's down here.
Oh, don't worry, she'll love every minute of it. I think all she wants to do is to see Nicky again. By the way, where did you vanish to?
Oh, I went to buy these. They're tickets for that rock concert Scott's been on about. Sort of reward for all the hard work he's been doing.
Oh, well, if anything will put a smile back on his face, these will. I wonder how they got on.
He would have been a breeze. You know, kids, they always make a big fuss about exams.
I just don't know what got into you. That test should have been so easy and you blew it by walking out. Well, we can't stay around here all day, can we? You coming or not?
No, you both go. I'll see you.
We can stay if you want, Scott.
Hi, what's this? Celebration?
Celebration.
For flying through the test this morning. Oh, I might work in a bank. Still remember my school days.
Yeah, we'll see you later, Daphne. Yeah, okay.
Just give us a yell if you need anything, right?
What's up?
Listen, I don't want to kick you out or anything, but I reckon you should go and talk this over with your dad. The sooner the better.
He won't understand.
Won't understand what?
Of course he'll understand. You know yourself, you can go to your dad about anything.
I don't believe this. Did you do this?
No.
Not much you didn't. Gonna see your mother.
Let go!
Not now, Bradley.
Is this your son?
Who the hell do you think you are?
Are you his mother?
What are you doing to my son?
Restraining myself.
Well, let go of him.
He has been throwing this thing around in my garden, destroying at least a dozen roses it's taken me years to grow.
Bradley?
The man's a liar!
Well, that's good enough for me. Get out of this house and don't you ever come back here again.
Hang on a moment. I'm your next door neighbour.
Oh, well, that happens to be our misfortune. Out!
This kid just called me a liar. Do you mean to say you believe him?
This child happens to be my flesh and blood. Of course I believe him. Don't you have children of your own?
Yes, I do.
Well, heaven help them. Now, if you lay another finger on my son again, I will have you up for assault.
Well, if he so much as puts 1 foot inside my property again, I'll have his guts for garters.
Hey, mister! You've got my boomerang.
Going to spend the rest of the day in here.
No, I'll go home.
Good. I'll walk you.
What about lunch?
Daphne, could you bung those sandwiches in a bag? I'll eat them as I walk.
Sure.
Listen, you better get back to work. I'll be okay.
We're mates. Walk you home.
Here we are. And you relax. We'll all work out. You're just lucky your dad's such a nice guy.
I thought you'd gone out somewhere. They are roses.
They were.
From our garden.
Yes.
Jim, what have you done?
What have I done? You mean, what has that little brat next door done?
Bradley did that?
Yeah. And what about that mother of his? I saw Clarke walk out of his house this morning looking like he'd seen a ghost. No wonder.
Hi.
Hi, how did he do it?
With a boomerang? Of course he denied it.
Oh, little brat.
Well, what happened to the roses?
That woman and her son next door happened. That's what happened. I just don't understand Des letting a pair like that into his house.
Ha! I should have heard her. She threatened to sue me. Cool as a cucumber she was.
Sue you for what?
Assault.
Jim, you didn't hit that child.
Of course I didn't hit him. I may have shaken him up a bit when he struggled to get free. I didn't hit
Get
him.
free? I think you better go in there and apologize.
Apologise? There isn't a court in the land that would make me apologise to that woman. How's everything at the bank?
Not bad. Should come in more often.
Don't seem to have any money these days.
Yeah. And well, we're aiming at a more upmarket clientele these days.
Hey, here comes that kid from Des Clarke's place. You gonna give way?
You kidding? Stop! Hey, this is a footpath. You don't ride your bike on the footpath. Take your bike and you ride it on the correct side of the road.
Why don't you shut up?
Listen, kid, don't push your luck.
Well, if I want to ride on the footpath, I'll ride on it.
And this bike? It's Lucy's, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. What are you doing with Lucy's bike?
She told me I could ride it, so I dropped dead.
Scott, whatever happened to that kid we beat up last year?
Oh, I think he's still in hospital, actually.
You wimps don't scare me.
That's because we haven't started on you yet.
We don't scare you, hey? Well, we can soon fix that.
Mom! Put me down! Mom! Mom! Help! Stop it! Put me down!
That's all we seem to hear in Ramsay Street these days. That kid yelling, "Mom!"
You were talking about the exam, Mike.
Yeah, I guess it went okay.
And Scott, was he happy
What do you mean?
with his work?
Is something wrong with Scott?
We only saw him for a few minutes at the coffee shop. And then Danny came in and we left them talking.
Yeah, but he must have given you some indication. He'd either be happy or unhappy.
Well, violence certainly runs in this family, doesn't it? I just found these two thugs beating up my child. I find that very hard.
Hold it!
Oh, sorry to interrupt. I was just passing through. Thought I'd stop in for a sandwich. Gran, you didn't tell me you were having a party for Ramsay Street?
Well, I'm glad you interrupted. All this nonsense has got out of hand.
Nonsense?
Yes, this woman been making the wildest accusations about this family.
Hello, I'm Paul Robinson. I don't believe we've met.
I'm Andrea Townsend. And this is my son, Bradley.
G'day, Bradley.
I've got to get back to the bank. Mrs. Townsend, Scott and I would never hit little Bradley. We were just trying to explain to him that kids shouldn't ride their bicycles on the footpath.
Well, if anyone's going to explain anything to my son, I will do it. Is that understood?
Yep. Well, see you soon, Scott. Sorry I couldn't stick around.
Yeah.
And just bear in mind that Des Clarke is your boss and a very dear friend of mine.
Are you threatening Danny?
And no more than he was threatening my son.
Jim, I'll explain everything to Des.
So shall I.
All right, Mrs. Townsend, I think you've made your point.
Not quite. If this is the way that you treat your new neighbours in Ramsay Street, then I feel very sorry for them. I was hoping that Bradley and I might enjoy our brief stay here with Des. But you seem intent on spoiling everything
Now,
for
just
us.
a minute, Mrs. Townsend. That's as unfair as it's untrue. We always go out of our way to make people welcome in Ramsay Street, but you and your son, well, quite frankly, I wonder what his father's thinking of, letting him behave that way.
His father. My poor darling. Let's go.
I'll have to stop by in the middle of the day more often. Didn't know it was like this.
Hi, I thought you were another customer.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, don't be. You've no idea how much I've been looking forward to sitting down, even for 15 seconds. Tell you what, Mike, job's hard on the old feet.
How'd you like a coffee?
I'd love one, but only if you'll join me.
Okay. And if anyone comes in, you're a customer, right?
You're on. Hey, with all that drama over Scott, I forgot to ask how you went with your test.
Oh, I think I did okay.
Oh, good. Congratulations.
I reckon Scott would have got through it as well if he'd have stuck with it.
I can't believe the amount of study you kids have put in lately.
Yeah. You know, there's this girl at school. She's doing a final year, plus a few other subjects to do a special course. She averages about 3 hours sleep a night.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Well, if you want something, you've got to work at it. Tell you what, it was like a madhouse at Robinson's just before. Everyone was fighting and yelling.
Over Scott and the test?
No, that lady who's living with Des, she was doing a stack. Mr. Robinson sounded just like my father did before he started belting me up.
Yeah. Well, Scott's lucky. There's no way Jim would ever hit his kids.
But why such a big deal? Scott walked out on an exam. So what?
A few years ago, it wouldn't have mattered, but today is different. I don't necessarily agree with the system, it's just the way it is. If Scott doesn't keep up with the other kids, he'll go under.
Oh, he won't go under. Remember, I wasn't too hot at maths either. Look at me now. I've got my own office, my own secretary, my...
Yeah, and who we got to thank for that? Rosemary.
Dad, both the airline and the insurance company said I could have my job back any time I wanted.
All right, okay, I'll give you that. But why did they say you could have your job back? Because you have the one thing that Scott doesn't have, your HSC. And I have an appointment. I'll talk to you some more tonight, Scott.
Jim, when will you be home?
The usual.
Sandwich is ready.
Thanks, Ray. You eating, mate?
No, I'm not hungry.
Okay, there's your coffee, and I'll see you both later.
Oh, yeah, where are you going?
Paul, I'm not a child.
Oh, all right. Well, if you're not a child, then there's no need to worry, is there?
I'm going over to talk to Mike.
Mike Young? Are you going to be in that big house all alone with Mike? Grant, have you explained the, facts of life to this girl?
I'll see you later, Auntie Helen.
I've seen the way he looks at you.
Poor Mike. Should be watching him like a hawk now.
Both Danny and Mike have got a crush on her.
So you really are taking an interest in what's going on around here?
Grant, I've always taken an interest.
I'm glad. Now, come on. You didn't just pop in for a sandwich. What are you really doing at home?
Well, actually, I got to thinking about this job with Rosemary.
Something wrong?
No, it's fantastic. It's great. I'm loving every minute of it. And it's all thanks to you.
Me? Rubbish.
Yes, you. Well, you're the one that talked Rosemary into giving me the chance. And I know I can make a go of it. I can feel it. Well, every day I walk into that office and I can see new possibilities. I was just talking to a guy who Rosemary wants to deal with, and he said some pretty flattering things, like predicting a great future for me, and how astute Rosemary was in getting somebody like me. And I thought, nope, my Gran's the astute one. And it's time I stopped the world for a minute to thank her. And that's why I came home. Thanks, Gran.
I always knew that you hadn't changed all that much.
Oh, I don't know about that. If you make a go of this chauffeur business, I'd watch out. Might take it over.
Bradley?
Can I get you something?
Yes, could I have an aspirin and some water, please?
Right, and for the little boy?
A milkshake, chocolate. Make it a double.
Coming right up.
Bradley, really?
Excuse me, this is a coffee shop, not an amusement park.
Bradley, say you're sorry.
I'm sorry.
There, let's settle.
Now that's too much. Pick that spoon up.
Don't speak to my son in that tone of voice.
Here we go. 1 chocolate milkshake and an aspirin.
Thank you. Could we have some more napkins, please?
Oh, sure, why not? Customer's always right. Mike, get the lady some more napkins. Maybe we should get you some more sugar while we're at it. Mike?
Sure thing.
Anything else, perhaps?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
What's up with you?
Isn't it obvious? I mean, the nerve of some people. All right, it's just a little coffee shop and I'm just a humble owner. What about decency
Okay,
and
Daph,
respect?
I think I get the picture.
Anyway, I think it was a 5-star hotel.
Here we go. Some more napkins. Is it okay if I go now?
Oh, sure. I'll stay and make sure he doesn't set fire to anything.
Okay, I'll see you later.
See ya.
There. How do I look? Bradley, why is it that you only ever speak when you want to? Okay, drink up your milkshake. Chop, chop.
Why?
Because I want to take you out and buy you some new clothes, that's why.
Wow. I'm tired. Give me a break.
Finished?
What, Jess?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I thought you'd be at home.
Oh, I just went down to Daphne's for a while. You coming in?
Yeah, thanks.
I had a coffee at Daphne's. If you want one, I'll fix it for you.
Oh, no thanks.
How did Scott get on with his father?
Okay, I guess. Uncle Jim seemed all right, but they're going to talk some more tonight.
You don't talk about your family much. Well, your mother and father, I mean.
Yeah, well, my father's dead. I told you that before.
What about your mother?
She's in Charleville. When Daddy was alive, we were going to have the largest property in Western Queensland.
What does your mother do now?
Look, if this is all we're going to do, I may as well go home.
Sorry. What do you want to do then?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't want to talk about your mother.
No.
Do you want to listen to some records?
No.
Well, how about I kiss you then?
No, you cannot. Paul was right about you.
What?
Anyway, I'd better go. I'll see you later, okay?
Yeah, but...
Hi.
Shouldn't you be at work?
Yeah, I'm just on my way back now. I've been looking for you.
How'd you know I'd be here?
Where else? Remember that time you and Danny built that canoe out of the corrugated iron sheet? You took it out to the middle there and the thing just sank straight to the bottom.
It's probably still there.
Yeah? Listen, Scotty, I know how you must be feeling now. But believe me, it's not the end of the world.
Why do you say that?
Because I'm your brother. Let me tell you something. When Terry left me, I didn't think I'd be able to cope ever again. In fact, I didn't think I'd be able to have a normal relationship again either. The last place I wanted to be was Ramsay Street. I just wanted to run away the same as you did. In fact, I almost chucked it in altogether.
You gotta be kidding.
No, I almost did. I tell you one thing for sure, though. I thank God every day I didn't.
Why didn't you tell me how bad it was for you?
Just did. You see, look, the marriage breakup between Terry and I, it wasn't the end of the world. Just the same as you walking out on that test today shouldn't be the end of anything for you. Win, lose or draw, Scott, I'm going to make something of my life. It's exciting. There's no reason why it shouldn't be for you either.
Hello, Jim Robinson. Oh, good day, Ross. Yeah, look, I've been going through the books. I wanted to
Hi, Dad.
take a Oh, Ross, can I call you back in a couple of minutes? Yeah, won't be long. Thanks, mate.
Dad, before you say anything, Paul and I had a long talk.
Well, I'd rather you and I had a long talk.
Well, sure, but Paul made me see that I'm making too big a thing of all this.
Ah, did he now? Sit down. Come on, sit down. I don't know what Paul said to you, but if you're convinced that you're making too big a thing of all this, you're wrong.
Well, that's not what he meant.
All right, maybe not. But you must admit that Paul hasn't made the greatest success of his own life. I mean, he dropped out of university when he should have finished, and then he threw in the job at the airline. Now, well, I guess time will tell how this thing with Rosemary works out.
Can I get in my room?
Not yet. Scott, this is one of the most important times of your life. I know we've been over all this before. I just wish I could get through to you. I mean, do you want to end up like Paul? Do you want to drift from job to job? I'm wasting the time, aren't I?
Guess you are.
All right. All right, son. You're on your own then, aren't you?